Ivan the Terrible was a terrible guy, by the way.
Yeah, remember, he's called Ivan the Terrible.
And so is Alexander.
Hey!
You can do that, yeah.
But a father's a father, all the same. Though Alessander's not her father.
I was gonna say, he's either dead.
He's just,
That's a problem.
He's holding her like that, almost, as if to protect her, though he can't see what's hurting her, so he can't do anything about it. And he's just sort of whispering.
Oh yeah, you can make the other check.
Oh,
I think you rolled perception before,
Medicine.
so now you medicine now.
What is the medicine?
You get a d6 as on this as well.
That is
Aw, so cool.
legitness.
There's poggers.
Celestial wheel. 1d6.
If you're wondering where the source of it is, it's the Aulos.
Yeah.
That makes
He dead ass just exudes radiant help to everyone.
Y'all
Oof.
good?
No, I need a lot of radiant help there.
Ugh.
How about a radiant wheel?
Hey, yeah.
Freshly recharged as of 3 seconds ago.
What a woman.
What a woman!
Badass.
Helps.
It makes no sense. Right? It makes no sense. The core steel was extracted out from Blair. That Captain Roderick saw to that himself. But a metal like that doesn't exactly obey the laws of time and physics and reality, being a celestial metal. That's what's hitting you right now. The steel that was in her tattoos in her body.
And it's still in there.
It is simultaneously in there and not in there. It's in the old her.
And the old her is still
And the old...
there.
Bingo!
Wait, say that again?
It's in the old her, and the old her is still somewhere in there.
So
Fortunately,
it's not entirely-
this trauma affects both of them, so that's, that's
So
crazy.
it's not entirely that she can't let go of the town, it's that she can't really let go of herself.
Well, I mean, it's our both.
Yeah,
Really.
that's
So what to
Oh.
whisper to her? I guess with that revelation in mind, seeing that old Blair is still there, not dead, not put to rest like every other soul from this town. I think he's just whispering to her. Yeah, I think he's just sort of whispering, rocking back and forth as he's like slowly getting like cut away, cut up in this aura. This is exactly where the old you wanted you to be. You have a job to do. We all need you to do it. For your sake and ours.
Hey, can we persuade roll?
Okay.
Come on. All good.
Okay.
Do you want to give him a muffin, or do you want me to give him a muffin?
22.
I don't have a muffin.
You have a muffin?
Does
You want a
he still
muffin?
have the pocket advantage?
On Crash is typing something.
Oh no, I'm talking something for Legoratus Maris.
Okay. Yeah, I already used the pocket advantage for that strength save,
Shit.
which I don't remember because it's the only reason I'm still here.
You want to make
I mean-
inspiration muffin?
You willing to give it up for me?
Yeah! This is a great story moment.
Well, it's not even really for me. It's for fucking all our sakes at this point.
Kind of, but also like...
I will
do the-
I will humbly accept it
Yeah.
and hope that I don't waste it.
I hope this works. Oh, it does, nice.
Going through 15
Made of
spell
fire.
Oh
My brother in
god!
Christ.
But I was looking in the Through the Dome of Favors, and we still have a group use of Dreams and Expectations, which is a reroll.
Yeah.
But it's a reroll.
Ooh.
That
And
is
it's
true.
group.
That is
And
true.
this group is here.
You have a good shot. I'd like to take it.
Go for it.
I vote take it.
Plus 11 plus d6. Come on.
Kersey says yes.
Wait, but no,
Theoretically
you-
speaking, this has to be.
Wait, no,
good,
you
right?
don't have a group dream expectation. That's one of the ones you used.
Oh, right.
Oh, does she have it reversed?
That being
Yes.
said,
We have Champion of Fate in
we
that
still have use
case.
of Champion Fate,
You do.
please.
It's a champion fate.
Change
nat
any one of
20.
your rolls into a 20.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, it doesn't say natural 20, it just says a 20, so.
It is a natural 20.
Not fair.
in that
Ah.
case,
Or you can succeed a skill check. We have both of those.
I think. What do you guys think? Succeed on a skill check or change it to a 20?
I think a 20 is much more dynamic. We can use it for a lot more things, but also skill checks come up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think either one
A
is valid.
success is a success. A 20 is a 20.
That's a good point.
I'm indifferent. Actually, from the experience I've had,
Would-
even though you succeed, sometimes there is a cost. So if you do a
What's-
natural 20, I imagine it's going to be no cost.
What's more of a success in this case, Crash? A 20 or a success?
Which one wins harder?
A 20.
I think I'll accept that 20 in this roll. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go for it.
It's group use of it, so I want it to be a group decision.
Take it. Do it.
Go.
Alright.
Do it now.
So then
Percy
a
says
20 plus 11, that's a 31. Plus either the 4 or the 5. Whichever one you would accept.
Okay. Just give me a sec. Doing a thing.
So 35 or 36, which are both very good.
I like that you don't even roll damage for the guys. You're just like, he rolls this many specters.
I'm just doing a thing here. Give me a sec. There we go. Only 16. I guess we know who's better. So, you called in Champion.
For the music to stop. Oh.
Champion of Fate. The nat 20. Alright, recorded it down. You cradle Blair in your grasp. You can tell her it's going to be quite alright. And this fighting is still going on all around you. Jastra she's not furious, because that makes it sound like she's mad, but she is very
Vigorous.
tense.
Empowered.
Charged, given the drastic change in the situation, you know.
Whooping ass.
She's focused.
She's very focused, and what a woman she is, summoning all these specters from beyond the grave that died time and eons ago, potentially, and Envoy. Best boy.
Little man.
Yes, boy.
She'd be thinking like, man, buyer's remorse.
Why did I
Yeah,
bring these fucknuts?
Yeah. Oh well. C'est la vie. So you are holding on to Blair. You're saying this all to her, and you do see the dome doesn't begin shrinking or reducing in intensity. You do see, however, some of the energy that radiance that coming off of Blair, some of that golden mist, if you want to call it that, that's at the exterior perimeter circumference of the dome that sort of seeps out, begin coalescing. You see in front of Blair, putting a hand on her shoulder, unaffected by any of this, similar to her, a broad-set man with unkempt, rolled, pushed-back hair, very decently tall. And you do see, to her credit, she got the proportions of his hands wrapping around her in her armor exactly right.
Oh, wow.
This is Tristan, Blair's father. You guys were concerned that he might take the field. Congratulations, you got your wish. But the thing is, he was never in town. He's always been by her side.
Aw,
I'm gonna
You
cry.
You guys saw his apparition back when she was first forging the armor.
Yeah.
He looks at you, Alessander, doing your best trying to help his little girl. She opens her eyes and looks up at him. And he takes you both because he's just that big and burly. He takes you both in this bear hug. You can see from behind Blair that she is still crying, but she just sort of presses her face into him, buries it, nuzzles into his gentle and protective embrace, and the dome begins fading finally. And with Nesty and Miles and the Ligeratus and Alas doing their mayhem, a cannon goes off again. Where the fuck did they get that? Now, what was supposed to happen is happening. Every Spectre, and at this point, Jaystra is very confident every possible Spectre in the zone has been stirred and brought forth. She's very confident in that. As they are put away, they fly into the shrine that Jaystra had set up for this ritual, and they begin sort of culminating and being shot up in this sort of beam, this beacon of white and green energy off into the sky, through the clouds, and into the great beyond. And whoop, that's how the ritual's supposed to finish out. Supposed to. You guys didn't die. Good job.
Woohoo!
Woo!
We did it.
Hey, hey, hey.
This kind of thing, has there been anything remotely similar in Sajar's family, considering his lineage and his family?
In what regard?
In similar in his family history, it's something similar to this. Something like a big burst of radiance and sort of chaotic.
Mm-mm. No.
Gotcha. So this would be something Blair specific, not something ASMR specific in his mind then.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
wild.
wild. Crazy, that's wild. So let's go back to it. As the specters of the dead fade away, sent off to the afterlife, Jaystra immediately disables the, I was gonna say the machine, it's not really a machine, the device, the ritual shrine, whatever I call it. Immediately disables it, and the place begins to rescind back into darkness, with some exceptions. Blair's father glows. He is a bright, radiant light for all of this. Blair herself glows, although not as much as her father. Kasai's Ligeratus is cindering. He constantly gives off dim light just like a dying fire. Kasai's Aulus has a sun in their pocket, so to speak. They glow.
Jesus Christ, it's almost like hard to look at this point.
Kasai's Aulus floats back down to the ground. And the Ligeratus just sort of sheaves, quote-unquote sheaves. He doesn't have a sheath. He just sort of shoulders the blade again. And stands, like, almost at attention. Or very cordially or formally. But, yeah. Situation resolved. Anyone that is hurt is healed back to full immediately by Kasai.
Oh,
Thank God.
thanks, babe. That's a jar.
Gotcha, boo.
Isadora has competition suddenly.
So, Tristan is there. Nesty immediately begins climbing down from his sniper post. And Maz undoes the psychic shroud that he's been using this whole time.
What does Blair do in that situation?
Enjoy the moment for as long as she can hold on to it.
I don't know if this would do the thing. I'm gonna ask. Hey, Crash.
Yes.
Could I don't know if this do anything. Boom. That. Okay, so could I try to put that on Tristan to try and perpetuate his existence here to be any amount longer? Is that at all possible with that?
I don't think so. He is here for as long as he's here. He doesn't look like he's fading anytime soon.
standing a ways behind, or off to the side from Blair and Tristan. Alexander. He looks at this heartfelt moment with a very wide smile on his face, warm smile. He says, "You know what I see in your old man's eyes? Such a family resemblance."
They do certainly have a focused look about them. Kasai walks over to you, new staff in hand, new spear in hand. And she looks at the moment. And she puts a hand on your shoulder and brings you in close. You did good.
He embraces her.
You embrace her.
Watching this moment.
Blair and her father don't say anything, really.
Mhm.
I think it's quite clear to everyone here. They're just happy to have the moment.
Yeah.
There's no sorries. They never left each other in a bad way. They loved each other truly. So this is just
Enjoying the existence.
one last moment before he has to go again. Although, go, quote unquote, he's sort of always around, right?
Yeah. He's not restless.
Not at all. Nesty and Maz do come over, and for a moment it does look like Maz looks at Nesty to see if it's like what should we do? They don't say anything, they just sort of look at one another. That or they're talking telepathically. But they don't interrupt. And as broken a man, if you want to call him that, as Miles is, even his bitter old heart can't help but feel warmth at this. As he just sort of sighs a breath of relief and stands a bit upright, arms behind his back in this very militaristic manner. They hold on to one another. Jastra eventually does come over to some of you that aren't so close to that moment, that scene, that exchange. We'll say she goes over to you, Silas.
Yeah, I was gonna say Silas is probably pretty far. I say pretty far, but
Yeah, the grand scheme of things, not far, but also sort of far.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes over to you. I must admit, that's not what I was expecting. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Yeah.
She begins to put away her scythe. And I don't mean put away as in, like, put it on her back. Like, collapse it. You hear the sounds of machination just... as she folds it up and puts it on her side.
I also watch with a tilted head, but won't say or ask anything.
Alright. Is something wrong?
No, that's just interesting.
Ah, she looks at it, gestures at. One of my cousin's inventions.
His name was Garrett.
Yeah, I have his name somewhere. She looks over right towards Blair and all this.
This
that
bullshit.
shit. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? If I'm
So
being
it's-
honest, I don't know why or how they're here. Their assistance is welcome, but I don't know how long they're in this world for.
Let's not worry about that.
Fair. Shall we? She gestures to indicate to walk over.
That's just nods.
I don't imagine we'll be seeing anything dangerous for a good while. We're safe.
Good.
Is Amber about?
She is. She's like sat on like some like destroyed rubble. Can't imagine where this came from.
I
Just
don't
sort of
have a clue.
She's like not even toying with one of her knives. She is just sort of staring at Blair and her dad.
Sure, let's do that. Morgan heads over, and if there's enough wall to lean on, she leans on it. have to say because
Yeah.
the shit's fucking destroyed. I don't think she's like looking at Amber. I think she's probably like looking at the scene and just says, "You're right." Well, kind of right and kind of wrong on that one, but right.
I'm always right.
Hmm.
But go on.
Tell me how.
Hmm. Does she pick up what I'm putting down? On which part I'm saying she's right about?
Who knows?
This is.
You should elaborate for her
Yeah.
and say it out loud.
She doesn't need it, but I should just be polite. She nods her head towards the I don't want to say happy couple because that's contagious, but Blair and her father. In the heat of everything, saying they're all dead and they're all gone. I was thinking the same thing, but you actually had the determination to say something, or at least try. So, good on you.
Biting your tongue too much is how you lose it.
Fair.
But yeah, I guess I was wrong. He was there all along.
Oh, you're not the only one.
Would have helped if he should have been earlier. But oh well, I'll take this.
Small victories.
She squints her eyes at something.
Morgan tries to follow the gaze just to see what it is.
Roll me perception.
Position. I don't know if we have celestial wheels still.
You do.
We do, because that boy's around. Hell yeah.
It doesn't
boys.
turn off for him.
He just exudes it.
Don't get to be an Alice
Without being
without
a
being a
badass.
baller.
Yeah.
I think it begins. You guys begin to understand why Kasaya is like, I have such big shoes to fill. Looks at God that's flying in the sky on rays of sunlight itself. Oh, yeah,
Well,
huh, you're
in the
right.
past, we're all just like,
Yeah.
oh, you got it. You're great. Then we look at that, it's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Because he's cool and all, but he's not dating Alexander Whitelock.
So that's minus
He's
points,
just
to
a
clarify.
romance option in this video
He
game.
doesn't have a romance.
Give me a minute.
You know, bright lights cast very long shadows.
Indeed, they do.
Mhm.
So 24. She's squinting at the ritual object.
Something. What's off about it?
Nothing. I'll be right back. She gets up.
Nah, fuck it. She'll fall.
Okay.
The band's like, no, I want to fucking know what she's fucking doing.
She begins walking over to the shrine. Silas, you and Jastra are like you guys meet midway, and Jastra immediately goes, "Where are you going?" Just checking out the item you made. For what purpose? Nothing. That's a lie, and we both know it. What's your purpose? She like looks at the people present here, the three of you, including herself, obviously. How does it work? Why do you want to know? I'm just wondering if, you know... She looks over her shoulder at the three specters, quote-unquote specters that are still here.
Still
know.
chilling.
That's not our place to make. That's not our decision to make as mortals. The dead are dead. They deserve their peace. You don't think that's more peaceful? She gestures at Blair and her father. Than whatever he was in before? I understand feelings are high right now, but again, would you rather him stay here for eternity just like the specters we just fought? I think he'd want to stay here forever. If he could. That's not your judgment to make. And why not? Who died and made you queen? She just takes a deep breath. You can tell this is not the first time she's had this conversation. It's not a matter of someone dying and making me in charge. It's about having the training and knowledge of the other side to make an educated assertion. Can't you make an exception just once? Amber rolls persuasion.
Give her a bardic.
She's gonna need it.
I'll give her a contradictory influence.
Is this
You-
being said aloud?
Yes.
Like loud enough for all of us to hear?
She also gets a Skaldic from Meltani because she would love to keep these people.
Could I assist?
They're so cool.
You're not nearby, I'm afraid.
Damn.
All right, so let's see.
So it's
Oh.
D8. Whatever her mod is, D4. Another D4 from Guidance, a D6 from Radiant Wheel. Radiant Wheel? That's the wrong word.
She won't get guidance
Celestial
because there's
Wheel.
no one around. Plus more.
Oh god, you can stack Guidance with Celestial. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, you can. Isn't that crazy?
How many dice can we throw on a single roll? Well,
I think
Probably.
Amber has been the penultimate idea of how much dice can we throw on a single thing.
I activate my directive force.
Lots of them.
The DC, I say this without knowing what these numbers crunch out to, is like 40. It's like you're trying to get Jaystra to change her orders like core thing, right?
right.
It's rough. It's rough to say the least. Yeah, so we had the I five fingered.
Emperor reprieve.
Do you have anything else? Oh my god, she got a natural 20!
44?
Oh my god.
She doesn't just steal things or just steal hearts, she steals convictions.
Oh my god, we just need a D12 and we have every die type by standard rate.
She thinks about it for a moment. I'll cut you a deal. Oh, that's not be good. She looks at Jason looks at you, Size. She holds out her hand.
Okay, sorry, my mom just asked me what STFU, which is shut the fuck up, means, so I was a little bit distracted. What am I doing?
Amber says, make an exception. Jason says, I'll cut you a deal. Amber says, sure, this will be good. Jason turns to you and holds out her hand to receive something.
Silas looks at her, genuinely confused.
You know what I want.
Soul gems.
I gathered.
I couldn't tell.
What'd you say, Crush?
3 somethings.
Silas will look at Amber.
She gives you like a come on.
Silas will look at the
Does she have
creatures in question.
Do they have to give up the gems or the things inside them? Both. Well, you'll be needing the first 3 back.
Are you using... I assume you're not using them for anything. Not you, sorry. That's Silas.
Silas just sighs heavily.
Envoy
Amber.
barks.
Good boy.
Amber, you owe me.
I mean, I would say you guys owe me for saving your life at the carnival, but yeah, sure.
So you're neutral then?
Oh, look at that. I guess we're dead settled. Just like me and Ichabod.
I'll see if I can even find them. I don't have them on me. And with that, Silas starts to walk off.
I look between the two after Silas is a little bit of a distance away. It's like, should I go with them to make sure that something isn't fishy?
Probably.
That's all she has to hear. She's gonna go follow Silas.
I guess seeing those two, knowing that Meat Brother's out there somewhere,
Fuck, I forgot about me, brother.
yeah, I'm gonna go with them.
This is a good question. Do you guys follow them closely? Do they know that you're there?
Absolutely. For else,
Yeah. Yeah, Morgan would just catch up and keep pace on.
Okie doke. As they're walking, is, they're not in a super big rush, but they're obviously not going to make people wait longer than necessary. So it's a decent pace that they're at. I will say they keep like rolling their shoulders a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, how you have like tension. I don't know if you guys do this. I do this. When I have tension, I often keep it in my shoulders, like a lot of people do. I roll my shoulders in like that backwards rowing motion.
Yeah.
And I straighten up
That's
a little bit.
Constantly.
Silas does that once or twice. And I imagine their tails flicking back and forth behind them. They don't look irritated or anything, but and they don't say anything.
I think once the three of us get to the place where Salas deposited the gems, I think Alice.
Yeah, that place where you rolled up like
yeah.
a single digit on your sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, do I see them?
Yeah, they're there.
All of them?
Yeah.
Are they still charged? Morgan asked.
I was gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
No, Morgan was just gonna ask. It's like, are they still intact and everything? No damage, nothing.
I sure hope not. Silas would check them over.
Yeah, look intact. Not humming anymore, but
To be fair, I think with Oriana's prompting, they probably would try to magically sense if there's anything in there. Considering
Sure.
what they know, I imagine that's possible.
Rogue Arcana, we'll see.
Can do.
Can I assist?
No. You have knowledge of necromancy. So 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still stuff in them. Contained.
All right.
Stuff.
Says
Energy.
shrugs and says,
Stuff.
"Nothing seems like it's changed. Let's just get these back."
It's a good thing you're doing.
They just keep walking.
Bitch.
What the fuck you say to me?
Morgan holds her hand up for a high five behind Sal's back.
You asshole.
So we get back.
Yeah, make it back. Amber is talking to Jastra and how to describe this? Can you guys roll me insight?
I can throw an inside down lane.
Sure.
I've been observing Amber since she was
Oh no, you know the whole entire
Amber.
context. You don't need to roll anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard the context leading up until now.
Might as well fucking go for it. Oh god.
To the two of you that succeeded your insight rolls, and it makes sense that Alexander doesn't succeed on this because he hasn't really seen the side of Amber too much, if at all. Right now, I think about it. To the other two of you, other than Sajar, again, you just get the whole context and everything. You guys have seen the side of Amber before, a very dynamic and animated one. You guys haven't seen this side of her ever since she first met you guys, and she was describing Miss Sarah Jack. And I guess the five.
Does it sound like she's describing that stuff right now?
Nope.
She's just
Sajar! Having been here the whole time.
Yes, indeed.
Jastra asks Amber, like, there's only so much, like, she tells Amber, there's only so much I can do, Miss Amber. At the end of the day, they are still gone from the world. I mean, I think that's a little bit debatable for him, and she throws a thumb over at Boer's father. But I'm not trying to lie or anything to Jastra. Like,